Welcome to English grammar classes, and in this session we'll be doing chapter 12, that is the complement, and I'll be completing this chapter in this session. It's a very small chapter. So before I explain you what a complement is, I know you have done this in chapter 2. I would like to explain you about the verb. You know, verb is a parts of speech. You know, there are many parts of speech in grammar. In all those parts of speech, verb is an action word. Okay, if I am writing, that write is verb. Playing, play is a verb. So all the action words are known as verb. Now, in verb, we have further divided it transitive and intransitive verb. Now, transitive verb always carries an object. Intransitive verb doesn't have an object, but sometimes when you read till the verb, it makes a complete sense. But sometimes till the verb, when you read a sentence, it doesn't complete the meaning of that sentence. It requires a complement. So what a complement is? The word or group of words. Okay, it can be a single word, it can be a phrase also, required to complete the predicate. So one thing is for sure, that this complement you will always find in the predicate part, not in subject, is called a complement. I read again, the word or group of words required to complete the predicate is called a complement. Now in this session, I'll be covering the complement, and mainly I'll be completing the subject complement and object complement. So this chapter mainly comprises of these two things. In complement, we will be learning about the subject complement and the object complement. So let's move to this chapter in detail. So children, let's revise what I have taught you just now. A complement is a word, phrase or a clause that is necessary to complete the meaning of a sentence. Okay, so complement always completes the meaning of a sentence. Complement, complete. This is what he said. So here the complement is what he said. Now, a complement can be further divided into a subject complement or an object complement. Okay, so many times it can be found in the predicate, but sometimes you can even find that in the subject place. Subject complement. A subject complement follows a linking verb. Linking verb means it connects the remaining part of the sentence. For example, I am a teacher. Here, I is renaming, the teacher is actually renaming the subject I. So, teacher is the complement. Which one is complement here? Teacher. The weather is perfect for a picnic. The complement is perfect for a picnic. And what is it doing? Describing the subject weather. Is it clear, children? So, that means what? That complement, if it is related to the subject, for example here, the teacher, as I told you before, that complement will be found in the predicate side. But you have to see that it is related to what? For example here, it is related to the subject, I, because it is renaming the subject. I and teacher is the same person. In the second sentence, perfect for a picnic, it is actually describing weather which is there in the subject. So that's why we call it as subject complement. The subject complement can be a noun. For example, Saturn is a planet. The complement is planet and it is a noun. Look at these sentences. This is Arun, this is he. So here complement is he and it is a pronoun. Since the pronoun actually renames the subject, it should be in the same form. it must be in the subjective case. He is the doctor is he. A predicative adjective that describes the subject. The children were hungry. So here what is a complement? Hungry. And it is actually describing children, which is a noun. In the second case, this coffee tastes excellent. Now here this is the complement which is describing the coffee. It can be a participle. Participle means when you have ed or ing, and if it acts as an adjective, we call it as a participle. So here mother seemed agitated. Agitated is a complement, and see, it is ending with ed. This looks amazing. Amazing is the complement, and here it is ending with ing. So these are participle complement. Then we have infinitive. Whenever you have to plus verb, we call it as infinitive. Okay, to plus verb is infinitive. Here the child appeared to shudder. Now here complement is to shudder. So it is in the format of infinitive, to plus verb. It can be a group of words doing the work of an adjective. The second-hand car was in an excellent condition. Now group of words which acts as an adjective. Now it can be an adverb or an adverbial. He is at the gate. See children, whenever you have adverb phrase, we call it as adverbial. So that means adverbial can also be written as adverb phrase. So whenever you have group of words as adverb, we call it as adverbial. Now here, he is never at home. So never at home. That is the adverb. Now next is noun clause. Children, you know the difference between a noun and a clause, a phrase and a clause. Phrase means group of words, clause is also group of words, but clause has got its own verb. Phrase will never have its verb. Neha's problem is that she will not listen. So here, she will not listen is the noun clause. Now let's do exercise 1. Underline the subject, complement and write what kind it is. This is the first exercise, and this you can do it in the textbook itself. Karthik seemed rather upset, so you will underline rather upset and you will be writing what it is doing. It's an adjective that describes the subject. This is how you are supposed to write. Om is a kind-hearted soul. So you will first underline the subject complement as they have asked in the question. So underline kind-hearted soul, and it's an adjective that describes the subject. Geeta's fear is that she will have a terrible journey. That she will have a terrible journey is the complement, and it is actually a noun clause. That captain of the team is in the field. So in the field is a complement and it is an adverb. Fifth one, why are you always so late? Always so late is a complement and it is an adverb. His anger is justified. Justified, as you can see, ed is there. So it is a participle. On hearing the good news, I felt lighter than air. So lighter than air is a complement and it's an adjective that describes the subject. His courage and determination are inspiring. So inspiring ending with ing. So this is a participle. Ninth one, Mansi always seems to be afraid. To be afraid, because of this to plus verb, we call it as an infinitive. It appears that we were wrong. That we were wrong, it's a noun clause. Exercise 2, complete the following sentences with appropriate subject complement. Children, here you can write your own answers also. Radha is a good girl. Manoj became angry over his neighbor. The old man appeared to be my relative. Clouds appeared and the sky grew dark. As the teacher scolded Prerna, she seemed to be upset. See, I have completed these sentences. If you want to write something else of your own, you can definitely do that. and that's more correct because you have to try to make your own sentences. My hobby is singing. The new house looked awesome. Tony hasn't turned up yet. I'm growing my plant. After she won the first prize, Anu appeared very excited. The traffic in Mumbai is too much. So, subject complement, the first half of the chapter is over. Now we will be learning about object complement. The man rang the bell. Adequate exercise keeps one healthy. So here the verbs in these two cases rang and keeps. Rang and keeps are transitive verbs. So they require an object each to complete their meaning. So you can see the object bell, healthy. In the first sentence, the verb rang takes the object bell to complement the predicate. In the second, the verb takes the object one. However, the meaning of the sentence still remains incomplete. So we have to take the word healthy. Okay. So here this is the main object, and since it is incomplete without the proper meaning, we have taken healthy, which is a complement. An object complement can be an adjective that describes the object, or it can be a noun. Adjective, example, grandmother kept the children happy. And a noun example is the council appointed Jania secretary. So here it is the object. Find that the format is exactly the same like your subject complement. There also we had participial adjective, infinitive phrase, a noun phrase or a participial phrase. So more or less the content is same, but the concept is different. Okay, object concept is different and subject complement is different. So here we have participial adjective. Her dance performance held the audience enraptured. Now that is the object complement. An infinitive phrase. We considered him to be intelligent. Again, you know infinitive is to plus verb. A noun phrase or a participial phrase. Mother found the books hidden under the clothes. So this is participial phrase. Now let's do exercise 3. This exercise you will be writing it in the notebook. In each sentence, identify the object. So that means first you will be identifying the object, then you will be identifying the complement and write what kind it is. Geeta called her boss a monster. So first identify the object. So boss is the object, a monster which is the complement, it's a noun. The board found the plan excellent. So the plan is the object and excellent is the complement and it's an adjective. Soil erosion has made the hills barren. The hills are the object and barren is the adjective, complement. The team elected Raghav captain. So Raghav is the object, captain is noun which is a complement. Through the summer holidays, our books kept us company. Us is the object and company is the noun which is a complement. We saw him climb the wall. Him is the object, climb the wall is the noun phrase. Dad often found us swimming in the pond. Us is the object and swimming in the pond is a noun phrase. The new game has kept Neeti totally engrossed. Neeti is the object, totally engrossed is the participial adjective. Ninth one, a coach made us realize our potential. Us is the object, realize our potential is a noun phrase. The chief guest kept everybody waiting. Everybody is the object, waiting is participial adjective. Now, there is an activity which you are going to do by yourself. It's not a difficult one. You have to write your own sentences containing subject complement using the following linking verbs. You have becomes, are, grew, appears, turned, is. Okay, it's very easy. write your own sentences containing object complements using the following verbs. So, one is object complement, another one is subject complement. You will be making your own sentences. In subject complement, you know that if it is renaming or describing the subject, then you can call it as subject complement. And object complement, immediately after the object, when you are using a complement, that will come under the category of object complement. So children, now let's move to the homework section. So children, it's homework time. You will be writing exercise 1 and 2 in textbook itself, since the space is provided there, and you will be writing 3, 4 and 5 exercise in notebook. Take care and bye.